What up, hotheads? I'm Henry, and this is Blaze the Roof. Welcome to our 100th episode. It's quite a milestone there. Definitely have tried more than 100 sauces. Yeah, it's been an interesting ride so far. This week, I decided that I should do a sauce from my current city, which is Austin, Texas. The sauce we're going to review is Teardrop Golden Habanero. The company is Teardrop Pepper Company. It's named after the Teardrop camper that Chris and Sarah Latier. Basically, they went around to different places in this camper and just kind of experimented with cooking different styles of food, getting ideas for their sauces. They've been married since 2018 and started this company in 2019. It is located in and around Austin. Let's talk about Austin. Austin was originally named Waterloo. You see that being prevalent in the city. Austin is also the 7th city to act as capital of Texas. The Barton Springs salamander, Eurycia susorum, is only found in Austin. Austin was the largest city to not have a pro team until the MLS Austin FC opened up shop here this season. So it's one of the most drunken cities in the United States. Austin's secondary nickname is the Violet Crown City. It was named for the purplish hue that you get over the hills during winter. Hippie Hollow is the only nude beach in Texas. It's still the only city in the world that uses moon towers still. Austin is also nuts about breakfast tacos. I grew up in El Paso, so I'm used to breakfast burritos, where you had, good shit like chile relleno, chile colorado, picadillo, frijoles, papas, a real meal. None of this egg and bacon shit, but I'm going to piss off a few people with that. A few famous people from Austin include Louis Black. No, not the comedian. Talking about the guy that started the Chronicle. Also, creepy wrestler Goldust, aka Dustin Rhodes, son of Dusty Rhodes. Amber Heard, who is in a spat with her ex Johnny Depp, and lately she took an L in court, and it could be a costly one. Austin is a hotbed for quarterbacks, so you have Baker Mayfield, Nick Foles, and Drew Brees all grew up here, either going to Lake Travis or Westlake. Actor Dabney Coleman, who's also from Austin, as well as, he wasn't born here, but Matthew McConaughey is a big fixture here in Austin. Let's see, he's a noted UT supporter. He's their Minister of Culture. He's also a minority owner in Austin FC. And he's a potential gubernatorial candidate in 2022. Now let's look at the packaging. So one thing that stands out really quickly is I like the vibrant colors of this. It's just a really clean and pretty label. The logo is nice and neat. Nothing too fancy. Well spaced, well organized. I like the logo a lot. I like the colors, right? Because you get that kind of aqua blue, but it's kind of grayish aqua blue with the orange. It's really nice. And then again, pairing that with the orange of the actual sauce itself, it's just a really beautiful looking bottle. So I'm excited about this, and I've actually been looking forward to this sauce for a while. Now let's look at the ingredients. The ingredients include white vinegar, water, tomatoes, pineapple, onions, fresh garlic, habanero peppers, carrot, mangoes, jalapeno peppers, kosher salt, pure cane sugar, olive oil, garlic powder, spices, and turmeric. Since all those ingredients have been covered previously, we're going to do something special this week. With a special report is our lovely reporter out in the field. Thank you, Henry. If you've ever been a part of a hot sauce message board or Facebook group, you'll know that the quickest way to spark an argument is to ask whether a sauce should be refrigerated or not. Watch the sauciness fly as they start to belittle one another and each other's moms. In this argument, there are two schools of thought. They're the ones that believe that you should refrigerate at all costs, and there's some that believe that you should never refrigerate, that sauces are shelf stable no matter what. Who's correct? The answer's not that easy. So let's look a little bit deeper into both of these sides. So when do you need to refrigerate? Well, you definitely don't need to refrigerate if the sauce has a high vinegar or high salt content. These prevent bacteria from growing, as does capsaicin. So how do we tell? If these are listed in the first three ingredients, typically it means that they have a high content of this ingredient. Also, if they have preservatives such as potassium sorbate and sodium benzoate, they might not need refrigeration. Restaurant owners know you can keep sauces out for months without spoilage. The general rule is 2 years if refrigerated, 6 months if not. Now let's look at the benefits of refrigerating sauces. Now, sauces may discolor if not refrigerated. An argument to keep it cold is to preserve the quality of the sauce as well. Hot sauces will last up to 4 times longer in the fridge as opposed to being left out in the open. If you either don't use much hot sauce or, like me, have too many, it reduces the risks of ingesting bacteria. Refrigeration doesn't change the flavor of the sauce. Really, the only drawback is the temperature. I usually get around this by putting this in the food as it cooks or on it as it reheats. But you're probably asking, Henry, are there sauces that absolutely must be refrigerated? Yes, there are. If the sauce is oil-based and if raw garlic is used, it's necessary to refrigerate to avoid botulism. Also, sauces with non-chili fruits do not do well either, so you should refrigerate. So we're talking about mango, pineapple, anything like that, right? So in closing, my recommendations are, if you're gonna finish a sauce, you might want to just leave that out, if you're close to finishing it at least. If you're making your own sauce and really don't know what you're doing, you're probably better off just refrigerating it. Additionally, there are rare sauces out there that will harden and specifically tell you not to refrigerate. So if it says don't refrigerate, please don't do so. So the best course of action is just finish your sauces faster. Use it on everything, right? That way you don't have to even deal with it. So reporting from the living room, this is Henry. Back to you, Henry. I think we got it, right? Yeah. That dude's a fucking douchebag, I swear. Thanks, Henry. Anyway, before we get any further, let's hear from this week's sponsor. Coming soon, Ostentatious, the magazine for the pretentious Austinite. It includes articles such as which diet is the douchiest, vegan, paleo, or keto, how to be the most obstructive and bothersome cyclist you can be, why paying for hot yoga rather than performing it outside for free in 100-degree weather makes you better than everyone else, how to properly use Barton Springs as a toilet, 8 creative ways to kick the homeless to the curb, how I was a hipster before it was cool but you wouldn't get it, which is the truest yuppie vehicle, BMW or Tesla, 13 things to do in traffic beside kill yourself, the one way to not look like an asshole in burnt orange, are you an alcoholic? Here's 7 morning cocktails that can verify this. It also has an all-inclusive guide to bougie movie theaters, shitty local bands, overrated festivals, and overpriced thrift stores. Our demographic is people with too much Texas pride, transplants who say don't move to Austin, and people who are overly enthusiastic about everything. It's the best. Ostentatious. Keep Austin pretentious. Now for the moment of truth. I mean, you could smell vinegar, garlic. Surprisingly, I don't smell too much of the fruit. I was expecting a little bit more of a fruity flavor, or fruity scent, shall I say. And being that this has mango, pineapple, and carrots, I assume this sauce has a touch of sweetness to it. So I'm expecting a slow burn, slow build up in the back of the tongue, and then probably initially a sweet taste. Here we go. Okay, first off, extremely delicious sauce. Now here comes that slow burn. It's a middleweight. I forgot it had jalapeno in it though. And I got a little touch of burn at the very beginning at the tip of my tongue. So this is really cool. It hits you initially at the tip of the tongue and then you get the slow burn in the back. But the habanero isn't so overpowering that it's too hot. It's not overly spicy, but extremely flavorful. Not too sweet, not too vinegary. I think it's really well balanced. You can taste the spices. It's just a really good sauce. Because habanero sauces tend to be very versatile, I'll basically tell you could probably put this on anything except maybe steak and barbecue. And even then, if you want to be adventurous, barbecue, I like smokier sauces or chipotle sauces to go more with that. Man, you can put this on anything. I mean, hot dogs, burgers, chicken, pork, veggies, breakfast. I mean, there's a lot that you could. It's just a versatile sauce. I'm extremely impressed. That might be my new favorite habanero sauce. Very good. Okay. They just need to start carrying it in H-E-B now, so hopefully it starts picking up. But I'm going to provide the link. please support these people. Sarah and Chris, great job with that. Okay, so we've hit the century mark. Where do we turn from here? Still hasn't sat well with me that there are 2 continents that we haven't reviewed sauces from. So the next 2 are going to be from South America and from Africa. Now they're going to be based on that style. So, if you've just started watching us, I thank you for subscribing and joining us. If you've been a long-time viewer, I appreciate your patronage or just your viewership. Until then, I'm Henry, and remember, spice up your life. Take care.